mic. 1, 2, 1,
I'ma just keep it real simple and funky. Real live, 585, Rock Gritty, New York. No better than you could do in the middle of the summer with a polo sweater. Black by popular demand. We're gonna touch a couple topics today. I don't know. I don't really want to go too far into it, but there might be some relationship things going on. It might be some cultural things going on, some mental things going on. I want to talk about some youthful things as far as the youth in the community and how they think and how they coming up and how the music has even changed based on where our culture is aimed. There's gonna be a lot of subjects talked about because I'm wearing this shirt today. I seen Charlemagne the guy wear it and I looked everything up and I had to jump on the wave because I feel like if anything I'm gonna do it for the culture right now. If I ever had a drink, which I don't do too much of, I mean I only drink in moderation, but if I was gonna have a drink, instead of getting Henny, I'm gonna get Douce if I do say so myself, because I'm gonna support the culture. It's not, you know, wrong to support everybody, but it's right to support your own. Moving forward, my man Dre gonna continue to film. I'm gonna take an intermission and roll up. I'm gonna put my unk on this thing first because you gotta speak from the wisdom's angle before the youth gonna come in, and I'm gonna keep it short and sweet with you. There's things that I believe in this world that nobody else believes because I feel I always have to carry myself different. So after he give you his angle of what the old school taught him, I'm gonna show you what the future is teaching me. Because every day you gotta learn something. Now, to touch down on several subjects, we're going to start off with this relationship thing. And to get back to the audience one time before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm 2 C's or C. Family call me Chris, but y'all call me C's if you see me in the street. My uncle wanted me to come in and give you the younger perspective on what relationships are today and where the younger people's mind stands as far as today. I'm an 80s baby, 85. I'm the last of that dying breed, Generation X, before all of these millennial kids came out, and then they just want to group us with them because I was the last year before a trend changed. But I'll tell you right now, there's a big difference between me in the year I was born and everybody that came before me and then everybody that came right there after me. It's levels to this shit, like Meek said. But to be completely real with you, it do start with family. I was fortunate as hell, first things first, to grow up with my mother and my father in my life. They wasn't married my whole life or nothing like that, but I had my dad. He worked, he taught me. Everything that you see here, as far as this physique and everything, is because I worked hard. The brawn, everything. Worked hard, mentally, school, everything, no days off. When I'm sick, I'm still in school. As long as I'm not gonna get the other kids sick and all of that, but still, like, no days off. And my mom showed me how to take care of myself, cook, clean, you know, grow up to be a man, not to need anybody as far as a woman to take care of you or to cook for you. Therefore, you're always gonna be a man. Get somebody that wants to do it so y'all can actually take care of each other. There's a difference. I know a lot of dudes out here that can't take care of themselves, and I feel like it's because they didn't have one or the other, and if they only had one, that person was always grinding and doing everything they could to raise their family the best they could, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not knocking it. I'd never judge it. I would only uplift it because they did their thing. All I'm saying is, from my standpoint of being fortunate, I know that's where it starts, with relationships. Now, I'll also tell you, I ain't got no kids. And I'm only fortunate enough not to have kids because I've watched my brothers and my sisters make those mistakes early in life when they would rather have done that a little bit later in life. But I've also been jealous of a lot of the things that they've done because I've watched my nieces grow up and my nephews grow up to be great, and I've been there to influence their life.
Okay.
So at the same time, me not having kids and seeing, you know, what steps I could take not to have them is me making sure, one, I'm with the right person, not ready to just have a kid and take care of it, but I'm trying to actually build with a family because I was in that structure.
Sounds like you.
The little bit of time it take to spend that $7 and buy them condoms and make sure she on birth control and all of that, but that's also the type of person that you pick.
That's true.
I'm looking for somebody that want to work just as hard as me, that got love and passion for things just like I do. We might not see everything the same, but that's also a part of the love, because real love, real shit, if you ain't really gonna hear anything I said, hear this. Real love is loving the stuff that everybody doesn't like about that person. Because the things that you do like is what everybody likes about that person. It's being able to build and tolerate and accept the things that are flawed in somebody, because actually those are the unique things that technically make them beautiful, or else you wouldn't have loved them in the first place. Now dig on that for a minute.
That's right.
Now, to keep moving forward, I would say when I get that person, we're gonna have some kids, probably 3. We're gonna try to have a little crib somewhere. I mean, but we also gonna have each other back. If I was dead and going tomorrow, because tomorrow ain't promised, the Lord don't give you every day, then what does that mean? She gonna go out here and not need another person to take care of what she gotta take care of. She gonna grab just the same. But when she finds somebody that might match her just the same, they gonna flourish again. I would never have to worry about my kids and me not being here. That's part of my journey as far as finding relationships. Now, I will also tell you one thing. I don't look for a relationship in a person, in a color, or in a being. As righteous as I am, and I wear my shit, and I support my black people, and I support our cause, and everything, the culture, the wave, everything. I'll also tell you that I've dated white women, black women, Asians, Jamaicans, Haitians, Koreans, I can say Cubans, Puerto Ricans.
So all opportunity, brother.
Because you know what I'm looking at? The same characteristics that I just told you. I didn't speak on what a person looked like. I told you everything that I was looking for in a woman. It's another thing that some people need to really get to as far as being in America. Don't get me wrong, this is not a worldwide thing, but in America we grow up different, and I grew up in an era where everybody was a person and a being. We learning the same things, we growing up in the same stuff. My dad got me in a better situation, put me in the burbs, and he put me around so many different cultures. Like, I was in a neighborhood full of brothers from different sides of the city that was back and forth with their families doing their thing. We grew up, we grinded, we hustled, we did everything the same. When I would go in the city, I see them same brothers that I was in the neighborhood with at the barbershop. And I never knew that their family and their cousins and their grandmothers was right around the corner from mine. Nothing changes. Except your opportunities to see life and see people and see difference in the world. It gives you a better spectrum and a bigger spectrum of what's out here besides the things that you know. I choose to grow with life. Some people choose to just exist. I'm a guy that likes to live. So when I see people, I see what you bring to the table. I look past the mask that you show me when you show up. Because everything beyond that is what really matters to me. Now, I can talk all day about a lot of things, and we can go into society, we can go into the state of people right now, and why we got so much stress and animosity between cultures. Well, not really between cultures, let's just keep it funky. It's really between...
We got problems between ourselves.
Right, everybody and black people, and then ourselves. So not only do we need to learn to fix ourselves and accept self, we also need to realize that as many different skin tones come with the label black, it's because we all mixed with so much stuff, so many different nationalities, so many cultures, so many, geographical differences based on our history make us who we are on the outside, even though we all get labeled black in America. So that's another reason why I say when I look at a Korean woman or a Thai woman or a Japanese woman or a Haitian woman or a regular black woman or a Jamaican woman or an Irish girl or a German girl or an Italian girl, because that white group is so-called so big, or something that's already mixed but still labeled as a nigga, I guess you could say. I look at what they're gonna give me, I look at what they're gonna bring to the table, I look at what they're gonna show me, because I could be around all my peoples, but we already know everybody that's even your own ain't good for you. Alright? So as much as I love the culture, I'm also an American, and I love my country, and everybody that comes with it. This world is based on balance. This is a little bit of knowledge I'm gonna kick for today. This world is based on balance. It doesn't matter what you're looking at, whether you're looking at dollars to make and spend, or the light that's cast in the shadow because there has to be darkness, or you're looking at God because there's a devil. I don't care how you look at life. Just realize it's always based on balance. Even the elements themselves balance the world that we live in. So take that to the brain because it's a lot deeper than you think. But the last question I'm gonna leave y'all with, since I've said a lot and I've exposed myself, knowing that I support the cause and I'm still here and I'm still there every day and I'm down for my people, does it make a difference that I'm really open to be with anybody that's I find that connection with? Not a body that I'm looking for in particular that matches an idea or, you know, a vision. I'm looking for the soul connection, trying to stay on the right track. But does that make me less righteous? Make sure I say that again. Does that make me less righteous? That's the last question I'm gonna leave y'all with. 2 C's out. I love this beat, Dre. We'll be back, people.